Hey guys, and welcome back to this channel. In this video I will show you the probably most useful and helpful software you can use as a photographer. And this software is called Topaz Photo AI. Probably some of you already heard from this program, and I tested it out in the last 2 weeks, and I can tell you that's really something amazing. Just real quick, I got this software from Topaz AI, so I did not bought it myself, but I can say what I want. So when I say now that this software is nice, it's my opinion and I don't have to say something that Topaz had said to me. But now let's go to the computer and I will show you this program. So here we are in Topaz Photo AI, and we can quite really easily load an image here. You can either browse the image here, or how I will do it now, you can just drag and drop an image from your Explorer into Topaz. I will choose, for example, this one now. And then it's already working, but more about that in a second, because at first I want to show you something here in the left corner. And that's preferences. If you click on that, you can see the point autopilot. And if you click on this, we can make some adjustments here. And what Topaz AI is doing is that if you're loading an image, it starts rendering and analyzing the image and makes some basic adjustments. So what Topaz thinks that you have to do on this image. And you can just change this settings here in this field, but I use it with the default settings, and I think that works best, but you can play with these values here a bit, so what works for you the best. As you can see that Topaz already did something here. The first thing the autopilot does here was detecting the subject, and if I hover over this word here, subject, you can already see what it thinks what a subject is, and that's the tit here in this case. And how you can refine this I will show you in a minute. And the next thing Topaz does was toggle on the remove noise tool here. And if I click on that, you can see that there are not that many things you can change. And that's what Topaz makes such easy. You can just decide if you need normal or strong noise reduction. And I can give you one tip, please, or in the most cases you should choose the normal noise reduction, because in my opinion that's already too much. And if we put down the strength here just to 0, just to 1, you can see that's already quite a lot. So I really like it if there's some rest noise in the images, and I would never put that more than I don't know, 20 or something like that in normal case. And under strength you can see detail, and here you can if you put that up, you can see that it's already sharpening the image a bit, but it's the same thing with strength here. I would not overdo it, probably something like 10 or something like that, but I think this image is already quite sharp, so I do not need so much detail here, probably something like 4. And you can see that already looks way better than before. So if I make the before after, that looks incredible. So I mean, this photo here is quite really noisy, and now it's way less noise in the image. And if you don't like the view like this, you can change it down here. So you can make it like this, so you have both images, or not both images, the before and after on one side, or on the first slot here you just see the after and not the before. But I like this view here the most. I think on this image I do not need a sharpen or enhance resolution tool. I will show you this later with some other images. But what I want to show you is the refine the subject, how you can do this, because actually if I hover over the subject here, you can see that down here it's not perfect. So when I click on refine, you have some options. You can toggle your brush size here, so medium, small, tiny and large. I would choose medium or small, the other things does not make much sense. And you have not really a brush here, because you can see I have this little area here, and if I click on that, you can see, I can zoom in a bit, you can see that it always looks for the color, and that's something I does not really like on Topaz, because I would much more prefer to have a real brush here, because in some situations, like here now, if I want to select really detailed this area here, it's not possible here. But that's a small thing I would change, and then if you're done, you can just click here on done. And now I'm really happy with the result here, so I want to save it, and that's quite really easy. You can just click on save image, and then you can actually leave the settings here. Something you can do is change the suffix here, so what is standing in the end of your name from the image, and add applied filters to the file name. If you toggle this on, you can see here topaz denoise.jpg, but I do not need this because then the name is too long in my opinion. And you can change the location here. Most of the time I export it in the original folder, and the format here. I often use the preserve input format, but you can change this manually, for example JPEG or PNG or TIFF or something like that. So I leave it on preserve input format. And then you can just click save, and it's processing here a bit, and it already finished. And then I can open here this folder, and you can see that actually looks quite really nice. So that's before, and that's after. The sharpen tool I want to show on this photo here. What I have to say about sharpen AI is that sometimes it makes really strange things. I load this photo of the deer here, and if we zoom in a bit, you can see that it's definitely not really sharp. And the autopilot already did something, so if I make the transition like that, you see that it's way sharper now. But you can also see that it's way over sharped right now. We can change this by putting down the strength a bit, probably something like that, and the clarity also down a bit. And then you can choose between standard, lens blur and motion blur here, and just try out what looks best on this image. You can see that's that's probably not the best setting here, lens blur. Even if we put down the strength a bit, I think that's not really working. And motion blur too, so I will leave it on standard, but at some images lens or motion blur looks better. I'm not that happy with the sharpen tool here, because I'm not sure, but it does quite not look that natural in some situations. For example, in this situation here, if we put up the strength a bit, you can see it. I'm not sure, it just does not look that good. Okay, there's also this button, enhance resolution, and honestly I'm not really sure what this button do. I does not use it that much. I think it just enhances the resolution a bit, but I think that's not the most important thing you are going to use if you're buying this software here. So I will just leave this out. But something that is quite interesting is upscale. And what the name already says is you can, for example, double your megapixel size, because now I have about 4100 and 2700 pixels here on this image. You can see it here. And if I double it now to 2, or let's do 4. What this does is now adding megapixels. And that's really nice if you are having to crop in a lot, for example in a photo. And if I zoom in now, you can see that in the before image, if I zoom in a lot, in the before image, you can see the single pixels here now. But in the after image or in the edited image, not. And that's actually really nice. So if I make max now, that's actually, yeah, it's a bit overpowered to be honest, because now I have 25,000 pixels on one side, so that's crazy. But you can see that really well. So I'm zoomed in 400% now, and I already cropped in a bit in Lumina AI when I made the basic adjustments. But you can see here, you can see the single pixels, and here they are just gone. And that's really nice if you're going to make some bigger prints or something like that. And yeah, I think that's a really nice tool. But yeah, these were already the whole things you can do with Topaz AI. But now in the end I will show you some some really crazy photos I was able to to enhance quite a lot. So, for example, this photo of the wren here. So you can see that's so freaking noisy, because I think that's ISO about 12,800 or something like that, and that's quite a lot with my ESR. But check out this after. That's so incredible. And I mean, that was just one single click. I did nothing. That was just Photo AI. I loaded it in and did nothing. And this is what was coming out. I'm sure I can make some improvements now. Probably I can put up the sharpness here on the head a bit if I play around with the values here. But I think that already looks quite nice. And if I save this image now, that was probably 1 minute. I think it was less than 1 minute making from this image here, from this really noisy image here, this image. And I think that's just breathtaking. And I'm not sure, probably you're thinking now what I have because I'm so amazed, but I cannot just realize that this software can do out of such an image here this, and that's incredible. Or even this photo here with the dipper. I can track it in, you can see it's really noisy and it's not really sharp. Of course, this looks quite a bit flat now, and that's something, yeah, probably can be improved in the next years, because sometimes, especially Sharpen AI or the Sharpen tool here, does really strange things. I have no example now, you have to believe me, but sometimes you cannot use Sharpen because it looks quite, yeah, not real, and it sharps the image just on one single spot. That's sometimes really strange, but all in all, that's working pretty well. Here you can see a bit what I mean. So it's quite really sharp and it looks quite good here in this area, but the head is quite looking a bit strange and not really natural. But I think if you know that this was the image before and this is the after, that's quite really good. So here are all the images, the before and afters, again in big, and you can just have a closer look to them. And the conclusion I can draw of this software is just that it's amazing, and I'm so fascinated what you can do today with artificial intelligence. And I'm so thankful that Topaz make possible that I'm able to use this software here. And if you're saying now, oh, that looks so amazing and I want to try this out myself, then check out the first link in the video description, and there you can order Topaz AI for yourself. I hope that you have a bit of overview now of this amazing program, what it is able to do, and if you liked it, it would be so nice if you subscribe my channel and give this video a thumb up. If you want to see how I built my own photography height, and by the way, out of this height I was able to take most photos I showed you today. And then click on this video here, or otherwise we see us next Saturday again. And I would say have a great week. See you out there. Bye.